is an Italian factory that operates in the production of sports cars and supercars in the city of Modena. The company was founded legally by a person named Enzo Ferrari in 1947. Ferrari produced its first tourist car in 1949 called 166 Inner. Production of tourist cars, which have a capacity of 2 passengers, continues to this day. In 1969, due to severe economic issues and consecutive losses, Ferrari sold part of its shares to Fiat, which still owns these shares. In addition to car production, the company also produces other goods, such as clothing, software, bicycles, sunglasses, and etc., all registered under the Ferrari brand. In 2007, Ferrari was ranked among the top 100 companies in the world by the renowned Financial Times newspaper. Ferrari was founded by Enzo Ferrari. Interestingly, when Mr. Ferrari founded Scuderia Ferrari in 1929, he had no interest in producing road cars. It is worth nothing that Scuderia Ferrari means Ferrari stable and usually refers to the Ferrari racing team. Initially, this brand worked as part of Alfa Romeo's racing cars and bought and prepared this company's racing cars for competitions. After a while, the Alfa Romeo racing team dissolved, and in 1938, Enzo Ferrari was rehired as the manager of this team. This new team was called Alfa Corse and was located in Milan. This was the end of Scuderia Ferrari. In 1939, Ferrari separated from Alfa Romeo on the condition that it would not use the Ferrari name for races and racing cars for at least 4 years. Just a few days later, he founded Alvio Cotorizino, which was located in the former Scuderia Ferrari premises. This newly established company was involved in producing machinery and aircraft accessories. In 1940, the first Ferrari sports car, called the Tipo 815, was produced, but due to World War II, it wasn't well received. In 1943, the company was bombed by the Allies and then rebuilt. As mentioned earlier, according to some beliefs, the first Ferrari car was produced in 1947 under the Ferrari brand. This model was called the 125, as Enzo Ferrari produced and sold these cars to finance the restrictions of Scuderia Ferrari. He wasn't very satisfied with this work. After his extensive efforts in 1960, the company resumed its activities under the same SEFAC, that means SPR. Ferrari is one of the companies that has had many collaborations with other car companies in its country. In the early 1969s, Fiat acquired 50% of the company's shares. As a result of this partnership, extensive investments were made, and factory expansion operations began quickly. In general, it can be said that this partnership was entirely in favor of Ferrari and was a springboard for this brand. In 1988, Mr. Ferrari was able to see the production and presentation of Ferrari 40 model before his death in the same year. In respect to him who founded this great company and well-known brand, the company's name was changed to Ferrari SPA in 1989, and the Enzo model was produced for 2 years from 2002 to 2004. The Enzo model was the fastest product of the company at that time, so Ferrari was so pleased with this model that they changed its name to his name. This particular model was initially offered to loyal and steady customers of the company. Each of the 399 units of this model had a price of 50,000 or 4,000 euros. The 400th unit was donated to the Vatican as charity. Enzo Ferrari. Enzo Anselmo Ferrari was born in 1989 in the city of Modena, Italy. After completing his education and university studies, Enzo Ferrari became interested in car driving and motor racing. However, this was also the time when World War I began. Enzo Ferrari participated in this war with his father Alfredo, but his father passed away in 1916 due to the flu. Enzo Ferrari also fell ill with the same disease, and as a result, he was expelled from service and horse riding duties. After returning home, his family was scattered, and for Enzo Ferrari, who was a young unemployed man, an interesting future was not accepted. Enzo Ferrari was rejected by Fiat when applying for a job, and ultimately, after much searching, he was employed by a car company called CMN. There, Enzo Ferrari had to redesign the doors and parts of trucks. In 1919, Enzo Ferrari joined the racing team of CMN, but didn't shine much, and he left the company in 1920 to join Alfa Romeo. Enzo Ferrari achieved more success in the Romeo racing team, and until 1924, this success continued until Enzo won the Coppa Acrebo race, and Romeo offered him a larger participation in bigger races and a higher position. However, Enzo Ferrari rejected this offer and didn't compete until 1927. Until 1929, which was the year of the establishment of the Ferrari Scuderia Group, Enzo worked directly under Romeo. The Ferrari company logo. In 1929, he took over the sales management of the Alfa Romeo company and formed a large racing team. Enzo Ferrari named this large team Scuderia Ferrari. The cooperation between Alfa Romeo and Enzo continued until 1933, and Alfa Romeo was financially under pressure and in distress and withdrew from cooperation in races and support for Ferrari. The field was in the hand of competitors for several years, and in 1937, Alfa Romeo again helped Ferrari win all races for several consecutive years. And from then on, Enzo Ferrari, as a designer at Alfa Romeo, devoted himself to designing racing cars. After several years, Enzo Ferrari launched a factory for producing car body parts called Automotive Costrosino. The Ferrari company logo consists of a black horse in front of a yellow shield with three colors of green, white, and red on top of it, and there are two letters S and F on it. These two letters are taken from Scuderia Ferrari. In 1923, Francesco Bracca, when Enzo Ferrari won a local race in Savoio in the Ravenna region, gave him a medal with this horse symbol on it. This horse was the symbol of the Italian Air Force in World War I. In fact, this badge belonged to the special forces of the German infantry in Stuttgart, which was transferred to Italy. Now, we are entering the time machine tunnel and heading to explore the introduction of some Ferrari supercars from old to new. Number 1. Ferrari 125. Number 1. Ferrari 125S. The first street Ferrari with a 1500cc 12-cylinder V-shaped engine producing 118 horsepower was unveiled. Ferrari achieved significant accomplishment with this model. The fully developed version, 125S, was officially introduced 2 months after the first street test. Number 2. Ferrari Dino 246 GT. This car was produced from 1969 to 1974. It featured a 195 horsepower 2,400cc six-cylinder V-shaped engine, capable of reaching a maximum speed of 235 km per hour. It weighed 1,080 kilograms and only 246 units were produced. Number 3. Ferrari F40. The F40 was unveiled in 1987. It has a 3000cc engine with an 8-cylinder V-shaped engine producing 478 horsepower. It could reach a speed of up to 324 km per hour, with 0 to 100 km acceleration in just 1.4 seconds. Its weight was only 1,100 kilograms. Number 4. Enzo Ferrari. This model had a power of 660 horsepower and could reach a top speed of 351 kilometers. Despite weighing 1,255 kilograms, it could reach a speed of 100 kilometers in 3.3 seconds. Finally, this video is full of fascinating information and delightful images about the history and superior technologies of Ferrari. I hope it helps broaden your perspective and knowledge and evokes a special warmth and excitement within you. Like the video and join us. We'll see you soon in other videos.